Hello everyone, my name is Krista Dawkins and I am the head teacher at Crestwood Community School. I'd first like to apologise for not being able to hold our open evenings this year as planned. Unfortunately in the school we've had an outbreak of COVID and we had to make the decision which was best for the children in our school but also for our community. However, I've been delighted at how many families were welcomed around the school this week, showing them what the school is like on a normal day. And actually that gives you a true understanding then of how a school operates when you see it with pupils in it on a normal school day. So we're hoping to welcome your children to Crestwood in September 2022. It's been a really fantastic 6-year journey that we've had since merging schools, and I hope that this presentation gives you a small taste of the school that your child would be joining. So we have our headline of learning, achieving, leading, and that means that children learn, they can achieve, and then they can lead their lives doing whatever they want to do. I speak to the children a lot about having choices in life, and we feel that learning, achieving, leading encapsulates that, their desire to have choice. And we make sure that we challenge and care for all of our learners. Challenge is really important because we want children to be challenged, to improve, to drive for success, but we also genuinely care. And the phrase Crestwood family is something that you'll hear a lot through this presentation, but we do genuinely care for all of those within our school community. Every child at Crestwood is an individual. It's always been really important to us because every child is unique and every child has their own way of learning, and you cannot put children in a box. We work with children to find what might be the right hook, how they can improve their learning. We never say a child can't learn. We say we haven't found the right way in which to teach them yet. And we truly believe that every child has the potential to be great and achieve wonderful things. Now, for those of you that don't know the history, the schools were two separate schools, and then in 2016 we merged for one. So I have been the head teacher here since 2006. So that's, by the time your child comes, 16 years in the same school, seeing it grow and develop. And I have loved every single minute of being a head teacher serving the Eastleigh community. We have two campuses and we have a senior team across both. I will spend half a day in one campus and half a day on the other, and then I am ably assisted by Mr. Nash, who is head of school at Cherbourg, and Mr. Gibbs, who is the head of school at Shakespeare, alongside 4 assistant head teachers. Both campuses are now equal in number, and that's, a real change, and I'll explain that later, from where we were in 2016. Because we're a large school but split over 2 campuses, we still have that really small friendly feel similar to a primary. But the biggest news is that we are now oversubscribed in every single year group and we have a waiting list. This year we had the flexibility of putting on 2 extra classes in year 7 to meet demand, but unfortunately we do not have we just can't do it this year because we simply have no space within the school. One of the things that Crestwood offers is a real stable staffing. We recruit really well and staff like working for us and therefore they stay, and we've got a really strong and active governing body. Now, when some of you have come round the site, you'll see that we're major building works at the moment. So the Cherbourg campus is having a new roof and 2 new science rooms, and the Shakespeare campus at last is having a whole brand new roof, which is costing around £2.5 million. So the schools that your children will come to in September 2022 will be much improved. These are our Ofsted gradings. You can find those anywhere. But we are really proud of being given outstanding for personal development and behaviour. They are the things that we really pride ourselves on in creating an inclusive ethos and culture in the school, and we are all determined to make things better for the children within our care and their families. So this is where we were in 2016, and this is where we are now. So we're in the 6th year of a merged school, and so all of the students that are here have chosen Crestwood, and that's 700 students on both campuses compared to how it was in 2016 shows that the school is gaining significant popularity. 39% of our school is from high prior attaining. So we are a school which is truly comprehensive, because we have, the high end, the average, the lower end, but everybody can achieve success. While mid-years admissions have been always high, but now unfortunately we're having to refuse because of the fact that we're full. And as I said, that 5-6 year journey really means that the school is in a very, very strong place, and teaching and learning is at the best it's ever been. When we've been walking around on the open morning tours this week, lots of parents have been saying to me how purposeful the school feels and how it really impressed they are with the atmosphere and the care that they can feel that exudes from every room. And what I would say to you is, please look at the current and the future, not the past. We are Crestwood Community School, one school, two campuses. And again, you can go through these slides in your own time, but these are some of the quotes from the Ofsted inspection from 2018, and they picked up on the welcoming and caring community that we have at Crestwood. And yes, Crestwood family, you'll see it everywhere. You might think it's a bit twee, but we really pride ourselves on that. I say to the children, I'm their school mum, and I will always love them. And, we really prove to them, that this is us working together to make their lives the best they can be. And those relationships also extend with our parents, our carers, and our students. There is this very honest, open and caring approach. If we don't get it right, we'll tell you we don't get it right, and then we will work with families in order to improve our offer. And we strongly believe that all children can achieve, regardless of what their starting point is. If they haven't performed well at primary school, it doesn't matter. They may find something at secondary which they're really, really good at. And whatever we try to do is we always try to find the good in every child. Yes, academic standards are very, very important. Of course they are. But for us, the key is to the pastoral care for your child. A happy child who is comfortable in their setting will actually make progress and learn. And that's what we want from all of our students. We want happy teachers, happy students, and happy parents. And again, a quote from 2018 that really picks up on the high standards of staffing that we have and the fact that results have risen rapidly. So we are fully staffed with specialist teachers, and I cannot begin to express how proud I am of all of the teachers and the support staff within this school. They genuinely care, and they've been appointed to the school because they share the same values and the same morals, which is that the children come first at Crestwood. We really strongly believe in supporting families. It can be really tough being a parent, and therefore we need to support not just the child, but the whole family. And we have broad ranges of challenges, and we want children to be able to fail and see that as a learning opportunity, not a judgment on their intelligence. We really do invest in teacher training and in collaboration with the Thorndon Skit, and we make sure that a lot of those teachers we employ moving forward. But the one thing about Crestwood is we're a very open and contactable SLT. For us, it's absolutely essential that we are working with you to achieve the best for your children. And we're not complacent. Yes, we're a good school, but we want it to be even better because that will benefit your children. So lockdown 2021, Crestwood really shone against many of the other local schools. And there was this positive can-do attitude from all of the staff. We went online, interactive, live lessons within the first 3 weeks. And the staff, when we first mentioned it, were very nervous and apprehensive, but then they just took it and flew with it. And it was just a sheer privilege to be able to visit lessons during lockdown. We also made sure that we were playing our part within the community, making over 6,000 items of PPE, and we distributed food parcels to our free school meals families, and they were delivered to the home. We made sure that children had stationery, we lent out devices and Wi-Fi hubs, and for all of our efforts we were praised by Paul Holmes, the local MP, and the Prime Minister Boris Johnson. And you know what, if, and I say a big if, because none of us would ever want that again, if we ever went into a lockdown, we would clearly be able to pick this up the following day. Now at Crestwood, we have two SEND resource provisions. One is for dyslexia and one is for SEMH. Now both have to be applied for through the local authority, and places are significantly limited, and they are limited to those that have EHCPs. Now, this year, we will not be taking any children into the SEMH provision for 2022, as we are at capacity. And likewise, if you are not in a catchment school and your child has an EHCP, or your child has SEN and you are not in a catchment school, you should be applying to your local catchment school, as they should meet effectively your child's needs. We have a reputation for SEND provision, which is outstanding. However, we are unable this year to take children out of catchment for those reasons. And here are some of the quotes from the parents that have really kept us going over, when you look back at the relationships that we have. And, it is, if you come and meet with me or any of my senior team, you will really, really see we do care and we go above and beyond. And, that personal touch is something that we all pride ourselves on. And yes, GCSEs are important, of course they are. So here are the statistics, but that doesn't define a school. Our Year 11s worked incredibly hard and the results were very, very strong this year. And they earned those GCSEs regardless of whether they took an exam or not. But, for me, a school is an experience. A school is a place where children can come and learn, and it's not about forcing them to meet the grade 4s and the 5s and the 6s and the 7s. Yes, it matters, but it doesn't define them as a human being, and children need to be allowed to be children. The key things here are that both campuses achieved equally, and all prior attaining groups exceeded national targets. And SEN students here achieved much higher than their peers nationally. And here are some of our amazing students. Harry in Year 11 was studying A-level maths at Barton Peveril because he'd already achieved his GCSEs, and he got a maximum attainment grade of 90, and he was the highest attaining student in the school. But even though he came in as a high prior attaining, he still achieved 1.5 grades higher than other students with his Key Stage 2 results nationally. Here is Jodie from the Cherbourg campus, equally an outstanding set of results, and she achieved over a grade higher than other students nationally. Lexie, really stunning student, loved having Lexie in Year 11, but look at that Progress 8 score, 2.25 grades higher on every qualification against that of similar students nationally. And she got a grade 9, the equivalent of an A-star in drama, which was just outstanding. And here is one of a massive success story. So our Jacob, who we all loved, Jacob was in the specific learning difficulties for dyslexia, and he achieved 3.4 grades above other students at the same point of entry nationally, but he also achieved that magic grade 4 in English and in maths. Now, Jacob worked incredibly hard and was supported significantly by his parents and in school by the SEN department, but look at what can be achieved when you have belief in a child. Now, school isn't just about what goes on in the day. School is about what goes on outside of the school day. And there are after-school clubs across both campuses, and students on either campus can attend either one. So, for example, drama at the moment, we're rehearsing for Greece, and students on the Shakespeare campus go across to Cherbourg to be able to rehearse that performance. Likewise, The Shakespeare campus has an AstroTurf. So during the winter, when the nights come in a lot sooner, the sports teams all come to the Shakespeare campus because they've got the AstroTurf with the sports, with the spotlights. So, we are very flexible in children moving across campuses. There's also a lot of foreign residential trips when they're allowed to take place, and there's a lot of activities around Southampton University. One of the trips the children really like is the rewards trip when we go to Thorpe Park, and we have been known to take 700 students there on one day. We also do enhancement for year 11, which is period 5 at the school day, and we open up our school 3 nights a week to year 11 in something called Place to Learn, where they can come and work in school till 7 o'clock at night. Uniform is not expensive. We don't believe in making you buy uniform from certain retailers that are actually very expensive. We keep our uniform very simplistic, and you can see that it is grey bottoms, the blazer, the tie, and black shoes or trainers, and a PE top. We always give our year 7 parents a welcome voucher, and that will buy you the blazer, the tie, a skirt or a pair of trousers, or a PE top. You can get a red jumper that goes with the uniform, and it doesn't have to be logoed. It just needs to be a V-neck red jumper. Likewise, you can buy a jumper or cardigan from School Kit. Class charts allows parents to access how their child is doing during the school day. The students do like it most of the time, but before they get home, you can even see what kind of day they've had. Green signifies positive points, red signifies negative points. And so when you get home, you can have an informed conversation with your child. It's also a way in which you can see their homework and what is being set. It's an app on a phone, and all children will be given a login, as will you as parents. And linked to those class charts points, they can get rewards. So one of the most popular ones is a cream tea with a senior leader of their choice. You can get positive phone calls, assemblies, there's a progress wall, there's reward trips. And at the end of the year, we have an awards evening where we invite parents in for a buffet, and we have a glittering event where we give children in all year groups awards for the things that they've achieved really well in. We have a strong student leadership team, which is led by head students on each campus, and they're actually elected by the whole school by voting. And then they're joined by prefects and ambassadors across the school, and there is a school council who run events such as the old age people's Christmas party, and they actively plan that, and the entertainment, the food, and they look after the old people when they come in for that day. And it really is a beautiful community event. If you don't know, we're very, very active on social media. You can see on one of these things here, you can see our dogs, our school dogs. We have Sherbet at the Sherborne campus. We have Shakespeare. We have Woody at the Shakespeare campus. And so, these dogs are pets. They're not therapy dogs, but they are school pets. But you can keep up with what's going on in the school via Twitter or Facebook or Instagram. I said this to a lot of parents this week. All we want is for your children to be happy, and we want them to excel in an environment where they feel safe and secure. And it is the driving factor of everything we do at Crestwood. What you will find is that our staff genuinely care, and they want children to do well so that they can have a choice about their future. And this is where we are as Crestwood. We are a good school with outstanding Ofsted grades. We are, oversubscribed. We're continually improving. But you know what? We're a school that really likes kids. And we work with parents and families to ensure that their children do the best learning that they can get within the school. Now, if you choose Crestwood, you only put Crestwood down as one choice, and then we will be in touch with you as to which campus you want to be on. We will invite you in March after the offer day, and you will get visited by the year leaders, Mr. Reed and Mrs. Goldsmith. In the summer term, they will come to the primary and junior schools and meet the students and talk to the teachers. There will be a transition day before the end of the summer term, and there is a free week summer school in late July apply on the chosen campus, or this year we did it together, and actually that was an amazing event. This is something that the children at Crestwood can repeat to you. We say to children, it's not about who you are or where you come from, it's about who you want to be and where you want to go, and that there is no ceiling on their potential. They can be whoever they want to be and do whatever they want to do, as long as they work with us and they take the opportunities that are offered in school. So some of you I know have already applied, and that's fantastic. For those of you that are unsure, this is the way in which you do it. You will only choose Crestwood, and then we will work with you to work out the campus preferences later on. If one campus is oversubscribed, then we'll be in a position where we will be taking it back to the home address. So I hope that this presentation has shown you a little bit about what we believe in at Crestwood, our ethos and our culture. We are continuing to do open morning tours. So if you haven't had a look and you do wish to have one, please get in touch with my PA, Justine Sayers, and she will be able to sort that out with you. And likewise, if you have any queries, then you can always email me and I would be more than happy to help you answer those. So we look forward to welcoming you and your children in September 2022. Thank you.